Hi everybody and welcome back to Get Shirty TV, where we look at football shirts from around the world. And with MLS season just kicking off, we're having a look today at third shirts. Now for the MLS to get a third shirt, I think it was you had to get 100,000 sales of shirts in total before you managed to get one through. So only a few teams have managed to qualify by selling enough numbers to get a third shirt over the past few seasons. What we're going to do in this video is have a look at some of these shirts that have come previously, because I've pretty much got all the third shirts, some from the previous seasons, and we'll look forward to seeing what's coming up in the 2025 season. But let's look at the two different types that you can get. Some are called the Archive Collection, which are a special group that were released. I'll show you how to identify some of those. But first of all, let's take a look at some of those earlier third shirts released for the MLS from a few teams that you might not know about. So the first batch of third shirts that came out were for 4 different teams, and you can see 3 of them on the top row just now. One of them, which we will have seen in a previous video or another video on the channel, is this banger of a New York Red Bull shirt, third shirt from 2023, celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Really standout design, New York slapped in there, 1973, red, Bulls. Overall, a really cool shirt. I don't think it was used in too many games, 1, 2 maximum, but this one, original one, still brand new tags, picked it up from Adidas at the time. One of my favourite shirts, but I don't wear it because it looks just too good. I'd put it in a frame. So the other shirts that came out are on that period. First one over here, Atlanta. Again, a graffiti inspired one of Atlanta. This one, it's a fake one, but it's very, very close to the original one. Love the way how they always put something in there, a little bit. Atlanta influences everything. I think black, it's a really interesting pattern that they've used for Atlanta United, ETL, UTD, kind of a lime green colour, a nice sky blue, in the style of a lot of the graffiti around Atlanta. White piping down the sides, white stripes. Again, wasn't used in too many games, but again, I think it's quite a cool shirt, but I don't think it's as good as the Red Bulls one. A couple of the shirts that came out, NYFC, and this one to me looks like a Minecraft one. Very pixelated, and I think it's supposed to represent Central Park in New York. Lovely different shades of green, Etihad, but again, that blue piping down the sides and down the back. Just copying that little bit of New York influence there. Really quite cool. Again, didn't see that very played in very often at the time. It's quite a nice shirt. This one, brand new in tags, is a proper Adidas one, not a fake one. I think I picked it up on from Kit Bag or something like that. It is a 2XL, I'll be fair. Bit bigger than what I would normally go for, but I wanted I'm a bit of a completionist. I would like to have all the shirts at the third ones, so I'm quite pleased I picked that one up. Maybe I'll wear it with a sweater underneath, kind of a bit bloke core. And then the final one, this one is a bit loud. Now I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of centralised badges, I do prefer to see them either side. But Toronto got this one here, very vibrant, it's kind of fuchsia pinks, purples, the blue, contrast in yellow. I kind of started a standard Adidas template at the time, nothing on the back. It's a lovely shade of pink. A bit out there, again, not used very often, and I picked this one up. This one is a proper official Adidas one, I've still got the tags on it. Picked up on eBay for a reasonable price. Extra large, it's good size, I always wear it with something else. Nice rubberized tag down there. Overall, really quite a cool shirt. So that was the first wave of third shirts that came out for the MLS, but let's have a look at the Archive Collection and 5 shirts that came out for that. So guys, here is the Archive Collection, 5 shirts. Let's take a look at the top 3 I've got along the top row. Now, let's start off with the Timbers one. Again, part of the Archive one, you'll notice they've all got this little badge here, the original MLS logo from way back. Timbers one, quite straightforward and simple. To be fair, it's a kind of a maroony colour. It's alright, yeah, it harks back to previous shirts, I think. Quite straightforward and simple, retro Timbers bag, Timber slaps across the front, no sponsors on it, which I think is really quite cool. And then this collar, and using the standard Adidas template, I love how they've got that green and the yellow in there. Goes with the kind of home colours, Portland Timbers. Really quite a cool shirt. It's not up there with one of the ones that I'd say, wow, it's amazing. It's a nice shirt. This one I picked up from Classic FootballShirts, still got the tags on it. I think I picked up on Boxing Day, the sale, so always check out those ones. You get 20% off. I think it was a reasonable price at the time, so I was happy to pick that one up alongside this one, Kansas City Wiz, harking back to those days. Again, got that Archive badge on there, also has the sponsor of Compass Minerals. This template, it's an alright template. I'm not too sure about the button up kind of collars that they've done. It works in some shirts. I think it's okay in this one because it kind of goes a retro vibe. I love how they've got that slapped across the middle there. Some bright colours, breaking it up. The old kind of retro Kansas City Wizards badge there. Kansas City slaps on the front. It's a nice shirt, you know, Hearts back. It's retro. Kind of cool. I'm happy with that one. And then of course, LAFC. And this one, to be fair, it's a fake one. Going for a kind of coffee. I love how they've used this kind of 70s retro. I'm going to keep using retro because it is retro. These are all retro influence. Los Angeles across the front. Nice kind of coffee colour base. It's not out there, it's not loud. I think it's quite cool. It's a nice shirt. And of course I'm a person that loves a high number, so I had to go for 99. Boanga, he had a pretty decent season last year. Let's see who kicks on this season. RLA going to get up there, get themselves further than they did last time in the playoffs. All over, quite a cool shirt. But let's have a look at two more, which are the teams that you probably know most about. Maybe are they going to be best in the West and best in the East? Let's see what their third shirts were. So, who do you think is going to be best in the West and best in the East? Shove it down in the comments at the bottom. Do you think it is going to be Inter Miami? Now, this is their third shirt. Now, they're going to get a new third shirt for 2025 because obviously they keep selling shirts with Messi on the back of them. But this one is really quite a nice shirt, inspired by the Miami Dolphins American football team. Now, I picked this one up as a fake. I decided to pick this up in player spec. To be fair, the only kind of difference I can feel is that it's got the rubberized badges on it. I think they've only used it in a couple of games, and the first game that they played it in, one of the scorers was this guy here, Jordi Alba. Wanted to get this name on here. Sponsors down at the back. It's kind of like, I think the back fabric's a lot nicer than the front. Yeah, stripes. It's got the kind of pinstripes through there, different two tones with that turquoise blue. Archive collection on there. Jordi Alba slapped in the back. Kraken shirt. I think it's a good homage to the Miami Dolphins. But do you reckon that the best in the West is going to be these guys? LA Galaxy, winners of obviously the MLS playoffs last year. You might have seen this in another video, but the LA Galaxy Archive Collection shirt, another fake one, but Ricky Puig slapped in the back. Is he going to have another great season, setting up goals for the guys up front, Mr. Paintsil? Or is Marco Reus going to step up and show us what he's really made of? Cracking bunch of shirts. So as I mentioned, this season, Inter Miami are going to get another third shirt. I'm not kind of sure what it's going to look like or what colours. I think it's been blues being shouted out about there. And the other team that's going to get a third shirt will be Seattle Sounders. Who knows what it looks like? I think it could be quite good. I think they've had some decent shirts in the past, and we'll probably have a look at those in another video. But until next time, you take care, and I shall see you again soon for more shirts. Bye bye.